amazingly buffer, allowing the rest of the fleet to deal more damage on what she hits. This also includes dealing more damage herself. Her slow barrage is somewhat good in a boss fight, but on a mob fleet, it's terrible. She is still great to bring in a battleship fleet or a Royal Navy fleet. Her low reload is one thing, but you can just use fast firing guns which can help her with the supporting, or the Odin gun that can do the DPS work just fine. King George V is an amazing mob fleet specialist. If she uses the 356 battleship quad gun or the KGV gun, which allows her to load her first salvo by 75%. With the high performance fire control radar, she is at 90%, which is really close to a preload. This only takes 2 seconds of the battle. This also allows her to buff her barrage. But the gun is not great in single target. Even with the spread reduction, it's not that great, but it's still great in terms of damage. So far, she's a heavy hitter against most mobs of enemies in Azur lane. Really great in an HMS fleet. Prince of Wales. She's an Eagle Union buffer that came from the Royal Navy, and she hits hard with them. Just like her big sister King George V, she is close to having a preload, which allows her to load her first salvo by 80%. With the high performance fire control radar, she is at 100%, meaning a preload. She doesn't require a flagship spot for buffing the ships, which is great. Her buff is somewhat great in USS Vanguards, but the USS ships have really great carriers, so her aviation buff helps out a lot. She doesn't have a barrage, which is disappointing, but overall, her main gun damage is close to Warspite retrofit level of damage, which is amazing. She is great in a USS fleet. North Carolina is one of the anti-air monsters. Her skills allows her to take reduced damage taken, including the backline, from aircraft, which is great in Chapter 13 and aircraft heavy maps. Her other skill allows her to make her anti-air stats, including gear boost, into firepower, which is great, meaning she can deal more damage than she already is. And since she's from the Eagle Union, normally she would really have a high anti-air stat. But the competition right now, she is way behind to the top tier battleships. But overall, she's great against aircraft and her main gun damage is Tirpitz level. Z Z46 or Z46 is also one of the anti-air monsters, since her skill requires one enemy aircraft to be eliminated within her range. This means that her anti-air stats, along with gear boosts, just like North Carolina, turns into firepower, which is great for a gun destroyer. Her other skills just lets her deal more damage with AP guns. Since the Gear Lab AP DD gun exists, this is a huge boost. Also, her all-out assault buff is great as well. Overall, she's an amazing anti-air DD with a decent all-out assault, great in Chapter 13 along with Bismarck, Ulrich von Hutten, and Graf Zeppelin. The Triomphant is a Le Fantastique class, meaning she is a great gunboat with a great all-out assault. Her first skill increases her reload when attacking the same boat, which is great. But her second skill is actually not great. It only gives her a slight damage boost, but reduces her anti-air efficiency, which is not a great trade-off when placing her in the front. She is still great in the early game, as well as Chapter 14, or for speed farming. If you're using her as a lead ship, give her some survivability boost first. Kawakaze is an IJN destroyer and as expected to be torpedo focused, and she is. Her first skill lets her and other IJN destroyers in the fleet deal slightly more damage to light cruisers, which is not so bad. and her other skill allows her torpedoes to ignore armor and changes their modifiers to a somewhat good percentage. But the existence of Shimekaze, Yodachi Retrofit, Kitakaze, as well as Ayanami, she is losing to the competition. But her torpedo damage is still great, just a bit far away from the new competition. Her all-out assault is also not bad. Great in an IGN fleet with Nagato. Zuikaku has close to great tier damage alone. Along with Shinano, Shokaku, or Nagato buffs, she can deal really amazing damage. But her major flaw is actually her reload, which is surprisingly low. For starters, she is not great, since her airstrike might not make it. But for late game players, giving her the right Meowficers, a Nagato buff, and some speed adjusting, this can help her out a lot. Overall, can be great in long fights, boss fights, or for the ones who knows how to speed adjust. Not that great for starters. Kaga Battleship, I will make a full dedicated guide for her soon, but for now, I will just say that her skill is very RNG focused, but good ship for starters.